Good Sunday morning, everyone. Getting ready to pull out here. I don't normally work on Sundays, but due to the issues that I've been dealing with this week with my own health, and of course, the drought that we've been under has left me in a spot where I will be working today. And I'm taking my time, guys. I have a total of 3 yards to do. But what I'm going to have to do because of my health and what I'm dealing with right now with my blood pressure. For those of you that don't know, I did make a post on the community tab, updating everyone as to why I haven't uploaded this week and everything, or in several days, with the exceptions of the fireworks video. But I have been dealing with some issues with my blood pressure and it running extremely high. I had ran out of my blood pressure meds and working with things, trying to figure some things out because I don't have insurance. I can't afford the affordable health care. We won't even go there. It was outrageous. The only thing that they could find through that program was going to cost me $500 per month, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. And as a caretaker, I was on a caretaker program, but the government ended that this past year, so I've been without insurance. And if you don't know, going to a doctor is not cheap. Most of the facilities around here were looking for $90 to $175 up front, which I did not have. Plus the cost of my prescription. But I did end up going to the emergency room this past week. My blood pressure was running, and I had only been out for a day, and my blood pressure was running extremely high. Most of it stress related, but the other was that being out of my meds. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and attempt today to get 1 yard done, and it's going to cost me fuel wise, but what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to split these up into different days and do one day, 1 yard this day, 1 yard the next day, so on and so forth, until I get them all caught up this week. Weather permitting, of course. We do have some pretty good rain chances this week. Got some good rain yesterday, which we really needed. We desperately needed the rain. We got some good rain yesterday, and expecting some more rain this afternoon. So really, I don't have a lot of time to get into all of the yards that I do. So we're going to go with what we have. We're going to get this one. This is the yard that I do and take care of the back section of the property once a month. So we'll hopefully be doing that today as well, depending on how wet it is back there, because that is some thick grass. And we did have a lot of rain yesterday. So with that being said, we don't want to get there and get out there and it be so thick. So I've already spoken with the customer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of that part. I'll take care of the main part of the yard today. And if I can do the back, if it's not too bad, we'll take care of the back. If not, we're going to double back and take care of the back at a later day, because I do have one more yard in that neighborhood So when I go do that yard, I will double back over to their property and go take care of that backside. So still going to take care of that customer no matter what. It just may have to be in a double run. Anyway, we're going to stop. We're going to get some gas, get some of that liquid gold, and get moving down the road and get started on this. I don't know how much recording I'll do today, because I want to get in and get out before the rain starts and before it starts heating up too bad with my blood pressure and everything, the way that it's running high. I will most likely do most of my recording today in the very back of that property and not worry about trying to get any recording on the front. But yeah, let's get rolling. Let's get going. That grass is growing. Oh yeah, it's growing now. So we got to get to mowing. Here we go. All right, I am on the yard now, taking a look at this everything, and yeah, it's not really super bad as far as being soaked or anything. I'm walking back here to take a look at the very back, see if I can see how it looks. And surprisingly, guys, this is the part that I take care of on a monthly service, and you know, it's got a couple of high spots like this right here that's probably not going to be too bad to take care of, and this part right here is not too bad. It's actually relatively low. This just not having any rain has really made things dry, super dry. But it's not too bad. I think we'll be able to get it all. The backyard right here is not too bad. This spot right here, that's the only spot that is pretty thick. And pretty wet. But it's a relatively small spot. What I'll do is I'll hit that. I'll put it up on the highest setting, go over that, knock it down, and then come back over it after it dries a little bit. But pretty much everything else looks okay. So let's get started. Here we go. Alright, so what I did here, guys, is I went ahead and hit these high spots, just pulled the deck up to its highest level, and went ahead and hit the high spots. And I will let this lay here and dry while I'm taking care of the front. And when I come back, I'll take care of this again when I get down to the side section and cut over it one more time. So right now, I'm going to kind of let it lay here and dry while I'm working on the front. So yeah, let's head back up front. Here we go. Alright guys, I had to take another break here. It's actually my second big hydration break. Taking time to cool down. Got the air on low here in the truck and cooling down. Took me about an hour to do the trimming because there was a couple of areas that I had to trim with the trimmer because it was just too wet to try to get the John Deere in there. Yeah, I know I need to shave. I just hadn't felt like it this week. Just a little bit too wet for me to try to get the John Deere in there without risking getting stuck. So yeah, I'm out here taking a little break. I just let my customer know that I stopped on them. I'm out here. They know what's going on with my blood pressure, so they are super nice and, telling me to take my time and everything, trying to get things done. But yeah, just did a blood pressure check a little while ago, probably about 30 minutes ago or so, 45 minutes ago, after I finished all the trimming and everything. And I came up here and took a hydration break and did a blood pressure check, and yeah, 204 over 155. So they keep telling me that it could take a few days for the meds to start working. I wish they'd hurry up, because this is getting old. And today is not a really hot day. I mean, honestly, today is not a really bad day. Any other day, I could have done all of this on a day like today. I could have done all of the trimming, push mowing, and everything probably without having to stop and take a break. But yeah, had to stop, take a break, got it all done. Hoping that I got everything. I'll double check as I'm going around. There might be a couple of spots that I have to go back and hit when I get done, but those will be like 5 minutes of trimming and hitting it. But yeah, cooling down and getting plenty of hydration in. I've already drank about 2 liters of water so far. I did get some bananas just because I know potassium and everything with blood pressure. And I'm going to have them. I'm supposed to go have an appointment Friday. And if they do labs, I'm going to suggest that they check my potassium levels as well. But yeah, I went ahead and got me a couple of bananas when I stopped at the store. So one thing, when you're drinking a lot of water, you can lose potassium. So, got me a couple of bananas for that. And also this right here, because this will be good because, guys, I'm as country can be. I don't perspire. I sweat. Let me tell you. But yeah, you can lose a lot of things when you're out here and you're getting dehydrated. So it's more than just water. You've got to get certain things back into your body. You got to get the sodium levels up, magnesium, even with the potassium. We're drinking a lot of water. So yeah, I grabbed me a couple of these pickles because this will be great. This is perfect for getting sodium levels back up and everything. But yeah, gonna take a break here, get rehydrated, get cooled down. I'm finishing up another bottle of water, and I'm gonna grab me another one and fire up the John Deere and see if we can get this yard finished. I haven't done. I've got a few little clips here of some trimming part that I did. I'm not going to video the front section here because it's just too much to try to do right now. I want to get this front done because it's in direct sunlight. I want to get it done and get completed on it, but I'll try to do some videoing on the back when I get back there. Don't know how much I'm going to get, but I did want to get a video up today, mainly to kind of give you guys an update on how things are going health-wise and everything. So yeah, trying to get things figured out, get it going. So let's get back to mowing. Here we go. Well, I got here about 10:30, and I finished up about 15 to 2. I got here about 10:30, 10:15, 10:30, and probably got started about 15, maybe 15 to 11 this morning. So, and I finished up about 15 to 2. So, we'll say 3 hours on this property. Um, and that wasn't because of the property. That was simply because of me having to stop so many times, cool off, and take a break and everything. So, and then I got some messages. I had to stop and take a few messages. Uh, in fact, one of my clients, I won't be doing their yard this week. So all my viewers would please keep. I'm not going to, say who it is or where they're at or which property it is. But, keep that family in prayer. I got a message from them this morning that their grandchild, the grandson, I don't know how old he is, but yesterday they had to rush him to the hospital. His heart stopped beating, and they were able to get his heart started back. And she said that they're now telling them that there's no brain function. So we need to keep that family in prayer. I won't be doing the property this week. Several reasons. One, they've got a lot going on financially, trying to take care of this. Of course, probably being out of work and everything. So I wish I was physically and financially able. I would go take care of their yard anyway. But I'm this week's bad on me too. So, and out of respect, don't want to be on the property running the lawnmower right now. We will take care of them in the future. And I plan to. I will be doing this. I'm not going to charge any extra. I know it's going to be. It's going to be high again when I come back. I won't be charging the extra. That's for sure. The regular service fee. That I know I will do. Yeah, that's not something you want to. That's not something you want to think about or even hear. It's bad enough, when you're thinking about you know, a parent or something like that. That's bad enough, but when it's a child, that makes it even worse. So definitely keep that family in prayer. I'm gonna get pulled out here, and I'll be back. Give you some details on how. I'll be right back. Okay, we are rolling now. On the road again. Gonna get home. It was a task. I'm gonna tell you. Today was a task. It was really hot, and not so much the temperature as it was the humidity levels. Because it is very humid today. So when you factor in the humidity levels with those, upper 80s, it may be close to 90. I would say more or less. It's probably where I was at. Probably more like probably about mid 80s is what it's reaching up to. But when you factor in that humidity level, That is that's just way too much. I know people says, "Oh, I work out in the heat all day long," and yeah, a lot of people do. Most of them don't have problems going on with their blood pressure either, or any other health problems that they might be dealing with. And I'll be honest with you, I love what I'm doing. I absolutely love doing lawn care. I always have. I've always loved doing any type of lawn care, landscaping. Um, I guess it's in the blood. But I'm gonna be honest with you, with my health, it's probably not the ideal thing for me to do. Um, Years ago, I had issues with my blood pressure dropping way too low. In fact, it bottomed out. Lived in the hospital twice when I was younger. First time I was 18, and it bottomed out 49 of zero. And then the second time was a year, 2 years later. I did it again, and my blood pressure ran low for a while. And then in 2017, I had a severe break on my leg, with my right leg, that required emergency surgery. Uh, that's why I have a plate in my leg. I've had a tib fib break. If you don't know what that is, that's tibia and fibula, both lower leg bones. They splintered. Like they twisted and twisted my leg, twisted up, and they splintered. Had to have emergency surgery. They had a plate put in. Of course, they dislocated my knee to begin with because they were going to attempt to put a rod in. That didn't work. So it's technically two surgeries. They started on the knee, going in that way to try to put a rod in, and in the process, messed my knee up. And then I had to go back and staple me up. And then I went back and put a plate. I got a plate that runs just at my knee joint, almost down to my ankle. So yeah, needless to say, that was a pretty intense surgery. And after the surgery, things went completely reverse with my health. Instead of having low blood pressure all the time, everything reversed. I mean, when I was younger, I wasn't. I mean, I was relatively skinny. Um, you know, I could eat whatever I wanted to eat and didn't gain weight. But after the surgery, that changed. Um, I started having issues with high blood pressure and weight gain. Um, I've done a lot. First, weight gain is mainly because I couldn't get the exercise I needed to get, and I think it really just messed my metabolism up with actual surgery and everything. But yeah, it all. That's why things are really rough on me right now. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get in. Call this one a day. We got that one done. I know I didn't do a lot of recording today, uh, simply because I was just trying to get in, get settled, get everything done with the yard so that I could get out of the heat. But I still had to take several breaks to cool off because it was getting up there. I mean, I haven't checked it recently because I'm just trying to get in out of the heat. But that those numbers, they were up there. I talked about it earlier. They were up there. But got to make some money, got to put some food on the table, got to pay them bills. So, got to do what I got to do. Know what I mean? All right, guys, going to get off of here until next time. That grass is finally growing a little bit. And finally get some mowing done. All right. Till next time, guys, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like, ring that bell, and share these videos. Let's get this channel growing and growing and growing. Get it growing faster than that grass is growing. Oh, yeah.